Lost in the desert for days, Old Ma stumbled upon a small house at the base of a cliff. Desperate for water, he climbed down without thinking, unknowingly stepping into a trap. Inside the house, he met a woman. When asked for directions out of the desert, she ignored him, offering dinner instead. With night approaching, leaving wasn't wise, so Old Ma reluctantly accepted her offer. However, the food looked peculiar and black, unsettling him. He claimed he wasn't hungry and just wanted water, silently putting the food back. The existence of a house beneath a desert cliff was baffling, but a woman's presence made it even more so. Yet, as a guest, he felt unable to voice his concerns. Planning to leave early, Old Ma was shocked when he discovered the ladder he used was gone, suspecting the woman had removed it during the night. Embarrassed to wake her, he took some photos of the wooden poles which caught his interest. Unbeknownst to him, these poles were markers for others like him, lured here. As the woman appeared, he pondered his next move. Old Ma asked her where the ladder went, but the woman said she didn't know either. It was taken by someone else, and maybe he didn't need it. Maybe they would put it back later or tomorrow. Old Ma asked if there were other people living here, but the woman did not answer him again. Old Ma really didn't want to stay there any longer. He started trying to climb with his hands, but this irregular terrain was difficult to exert force. After trying for a long time without success, Old Ma secretly took a hammer when the woman wasn't looking. Old Ma, seeking an escape from a desert abyss, found temporary help from a hammer, but was again thwarted by the missing lower half of the ladder. Stuck with a mysterious woman who didn't guide his escape, he questioned and shouted for help. Realizing the woman might be as trapped as he was, he faced uncertainty about the future. Just when despair loomed, a boy from above appeared offering help, suggesting a rope to lift Old Ma out. The prospect of rescue revitalized Old Ma's spirits, providing a glimmer of hope amidst his entrapment and mysterious surroundings. Despite past challenges, his potential escape seemed possible, allowing him to ponder an end to his bizarre ordeal. As a rope descended, the possibility of salvation from his strange captivity was thrilling, marking a pivotal moment in his journey through this surreal experience. Just as Old Ma was being raised, those above unexpectedly went on strike, thwarting escape. Without a response from above, Old Ma attempted to climb on his own, but fell from exhaustion. Just as he was about to give up hope, the rope began shaking violently, and he was knocked unconscious. When he awoke, the woman had saved him again. This time she was friendlier, saying escape was futile, and they should settle into a simple life together, as supplies would be regularly delivered. Resigned, Old Ma began living a quiet life with her. One day, a curious boy from above asked about their food situation. Old Ma explained he was trying to grow vegetables because the rations were insufficient. The boy was fascinated, having grown up in the desert, and started asking questions. This interaction sparked the boy's curiosity, and led Old Ma to realize that exchanging knowledge could be a way to get supplies from above. This simple vegetable patch became a bridge of communication between Old Ma and the boy, reigniting his hope for eventual escape from the desolate place. The boy, grateful for Old Ma's teachings, dropped a piece of chocolate and asked for more lessons, offering Coke in return. This rekindled Old Ma's hope. He pondered exchanging knowledge for a rope or ladder, not foreseeing the harm this would bring the boy. The following day, the boy returned, worried he wouldn't be taught without Coke. Old Ma reassured him, proposing a trade for climbing tools instead. He promised physics lessons and a school visit if successful. Tempted yet hesitant, the boy asked if the woman would join them. Old Ma confirmed she would, signaling a shared journey ahead. One evening, a mysterious long-haired man appeared suddenly, causing a boy to freeze in fear and follow him without a sound. That same evening, a woman happily shared with Old Ma that she was expecting, a revelation that filled him with joy. However, their happiness was short-lived. The next morning, agonizing cries from outside jolted them. Rushing to the scene, Old Ma was horrified to find the boy, the long-haired man's companion, hanging lifeless, his body pale as if long deceased. Overwhelmed by anger and grief, the woman screamed in despair about her son's harm, revealing the boy was Old Ma's child. Infuriated by this tragedy, she knocked Old Ma unconscious and imprisoned him in a cage, cruelly limiting his nourishment to 1 meal a day. As days turned into months, he remained captive, reflecting on the devastating turn of events. Until one day, a hiker passed by. How is it? Okay. The hiker promised to bring someone, lifting Old Ma's spirits as he anticipated seeing a normal person. However, after countless hours of waiting, hope dimmed when the group finished off the hiker right in front of Old Ma, driving him to the brink of madness. As days passed, the woman's due date arrived. Desperately in need of Old Ma's help, she unlocked the cage and pleaded with him. Despite his captivity, Old Ma set aside past grievances and supported her unsteady legs that hadn't straightened in months, helping her reach the house. The group observed this and lowered the rest of the ladder. Seeing the ladder, Old Ma's hope reignited. He guided the woman toward the ladder, yet she collapsed, unable to proceed. Engrossed in his escape plan, Old Ma didn't notice until a baby's cry pierced the air. The woman had given birth. Seeing this, Old Ma returned to her. The woman, holding her newborn daughter, proudly declared that someday she'll become a mother too. As Old Ma grinned, oblivious, the group of villains crept closer.